Hello and welcome back as we move on to week number 12 for another video of predictions. Wow, week 12. This season has been going by so fast. I'm Ben Silk and I'm
Josh Silk here.
And I'm Kevin.
And yeah, we'll be predicting all the games as we do every week. And first off, last week, Somers, unfortunately, their streak came to an end, and the Garnets wound up taking that one. So, fortunately, we won't be doing any more Somers football games this year, but it was a pleasure, obviously, each year predicting those games and getting to call that game as well. But, fortunately, they come up short. As for Welland, the season's over, but they got a bowl game coming up. So we'll be doing that later in the episode as well. You can tune into that. But we're going to get started with, of course, the main part of our video, the NFL predictions. And, Thursday night, we all went 0-3. Let's just go over what the predictions were. So,
I got them here if you want.
Yeah,
Ben, you picked the Bills 31-14. Kevin, you were one below, or Betty one up. 30-15. Was that on purpose, by the way?
Yes, it was.
Well done. And I went with a more modest score of 17-13, but we all got it wrong.
Yeah, the Texans took that one. Yeah, that was just a surprising way. Josh Allen, he did not play good. The Bills receivers played terrible. And the Texans in that second quarter putting up 17, that's really what did it. And just what a game for Davis Mills and the Texans. And that Texans defense playing phenomenal in that game against the Bills. But Kevin, what are your thoughts on that game overall? You didn't watch all of it. But
I didn't watch all of it, but James Cook had a good day, but mainly came down to Josh Allen and his receivers. He's had no help at receiver this year. And that's really shown. And I think that could be a hole for the Bills going down the line, maybe trying to make a Super Bowl run. With no receivers, this team is not the best. They rely heavily on, obviously, Josh Allen and the running backs. But outside of that, they have not really any help on the receiving side. So that really hurt them here tonight. And then, obviously, the Texans have one of the best defenses in the NFL, so that helps out. But how about Davis Mills 4-0 on the season?
Yeah, pretty good. And, Dad, what are your thoughts?
Well, I didn't get to see the game with it being on Amazon, but I was surprised. Then again, Houston does have quite the defense, and they showed it last night. So kudos to Houston, and, that's just going to make things that much harder for the Bills.
Yeah, but anyway, let's get to our first game on Sunday at 1 o'clock, and damn, this is going to be a good one. As Mahomes and the Chiefs, 5-5, coming off a loss against Denver, takes on the team that Mahomes, the only NFL team, I saw this on Instagram, that Mahomes has never beat, the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts also having a phenomenal season. And this is going to be a good game. But the Chiefs are coming into this hungry. It's a must-win for them. Colts is not a must-win, but Jonathan Taylor is going to show up, I think. And I think it's going to be a close one. And you know what? I think after this game, the Chiefs are going to win out. But I think the Colts find a way to somehow get it done. And this game could go either way. But the Colts have figured out a way to usually find a way to beat Mahomes. The Colts are just a better team right now. And I think they get it done in a close one. It's going to be a 24-19 victory for the Colts.
I think that, this has the potential to be the marquee game of the 1 o'clock slate.
Yeah, for sure.
No question about that. And I think Kansas City has to win. They're up against the wall. If they start, they don't want to turn into, who am I thinking? The Ravens are on a big comeback now. It's like they got to show up, and I think that they find a way to get it done. It ain't easy, but they get it done at home, 26-17.
Yeah, the Chiefs in a must-win situation here, and I think they get it done I think Patrick Mahomes is going to find a way to keep them in this game. It is going to be tough for them to win this game. I could see that happening, but it's going to be tough trying to take care of Jonathan Taylor, who's having an incredible season, 17 touchdowns obviously on the year. So it's going to be hard to contain him, but I think the Chiefs are going to find a way to win. Give me the Chiefs 27-24.
Yeah, that would be another good game. But yeah, next up, we've got this game should be easy to predict. We got the Seahawks as they take on the Titans, one of the best teams in the league, takes on one of the worst teams in the league. Sam Darnold coming off a game throwing 4 interceptions, a rough performance. Seahawks still played the Rams, however, right till the end. Unfortunately, the field goal for the win did not go in, and the Seahawks did lose that game. But Sam Darnold coming off a rough performance. First time he threw 4 picks in a game since the famous ghost game back in 2019 versus the Patriots, where the Patriots won 33-0. And yeah, is he gonna bounce back? It's the Titans. Yes, you have one bad game. You still have had a phenomenal season on the Seahawks. Yes, you haven't played like great teams. When you play a great team like the Rams, you have a bad game. Yes, but yes, you understand. But you bounce back against the Titans. It should be an easy win. I think he's gonna struggle. The Seahawks may struggle a bit in the beginning, but I think they're gonna then go on a run and dominate this game as they have been dominating a bunch of games as of late. And I think they go on to get another big win. I'm going to say Seahawks 37 to the Titans. I'll give them 10.
I agree that this is going to be one of the easier predictions to call this week. Even though they're on the road, Seattle has been dominant this season, and I don't think they're going to have much of an issue getting by the Titans. Give me the Seahawks 22-14.
Yeah, not much to be said in this one. Seahawks going to bounce back with this one. Give me the Seahawks 42-13.
But now on to our next game, and another good one. We got the Vikings. We got the Packers. And yeah, the Vikings have been struggling as of late, coming off close loss, but a loss against the Bears. And the Packers, yeah, they're coming off another victory and scoring, once again, 27 points. That's 5 out of their 6 wins this season that they have scored 27 points. If they scored 27 points in this game, it'll be 6 out of their 7 wins this season. But, yeah, it's been wild. But, yeah, anyway, I think the Packers are going to win this game. And the Vikings are going to play them tough, but the Packers are just the better team right now. J.J. McCarthy just hasn't been playing his best football as of late. And I think, or hasn't been playing his best football. Starting to become the second coming of Zach Wilson, or many other quarterbacks. And he's just showing he's a bust. The Vikings probably should have kept Darnold. But who knows, McCarthy, he's been doing okay. He had that win against the Lions, but I don't see them doing it here, especially against this Packers defense. And I think the Packers get a big win here as they take this one 27-16.
Green Bay at home in Lambeau against a struggling Vikings team. Yeah, it's a divisional matchup, and it's usually a good game. But this time, I think it's going to be a little bit more of a cakewalk. I'm going to go with the Packers here, 33-23.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking the upset in this one. I'm taking the Vikings here. I think, obviously, there's a lot of noise coming in regarding J.J. McCarthy, but I think he's going to find a way to keep his team in this game. I think Justin Jefferson will probably have his biggest game of the season in this one. And, yeah, I think this is just giving me an upset of the week. And I'm going to take the Vikings in this one. Give me the Vikings 28-21. Like I've been saying all season, I think the Packers are the most overrated team in the NFL right now. So give me the Vikings.
But next, on to our next game, we got the New York Jets as they take on the Baltimore Ravens. The Jets continue to be the Jets. Yeah, they're 2-7, just had a rough season. But anyway, the Ravens, Yeah, the Ravens coming off a win. No, they didn't put up the best performance against the Browns last week, but they're still a win. They're now 5-5, won 4 in a row, and this should be an easy win against the Jets. However, Tyrod Taylor is starting, former Ravens QB. Do we have a potential revenge game? No. The Ravens are too hungry. They need to get back into it. I think we're going to see some Tyrod Taylor sparks. Maybe the Jets give them a tough time. But I think at the end, the Ravens hold on and get the win. It's not going to be as an exciting game as as mostly low scoring as the Ravens take it 20-12 over the Jets.
Yeah, poor Jets. Ravens comeback tour officially starting. Did they win last week? I forget. Yeah,
they did, right? Against the Browns.
Yeah, the Ravens are back, baby, and I think that they take care of the Jets without much of a problem. They mop the floor with the Jets at home. Give me Baltimore against the lowly Jets, 34-10.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy game for the Ravens. They're looking, as they've been getting so many wins as of late. But this is going to be their 5th win in the row coming up for the Ravens. The Jets starting Tyrod Taylor, and I don't think it's going to mean much. Give me the Ravens in this one, 35-6. The Jets don't even score a touchdown.
But now on to our next game, and we got the Giants as they take on the Detroit Lions. And this game may have the potential of actually being a good game. Got Jameis Winston starting against the Giants QB. The Lions coming off a loss against the Eagles. It's going to be an interesting one, but I do think the Giants are going to find a way once again to blow another close one, as they have been doing. And I think we see some points in this one as well. But at the end of the day, I think the Lions are able to hold on. If the Giants have the ball, and Winston, just like he did last week, throws an interception, and the Lions win in a good one. Maybe the top game of the 1 o'clock window. 30-27. Lions win.
Wow, that would be a close one. Huh?
Yeah.
I think you're giving the Giants too much credit. Maybe the coaching staff will do right by Jameis and let him air the ball out and go take some deep looks downfield. In which case, I think maybe they'd have more of a chance. But I don't see it happening. I see Detroit taking care of the Giants without much of a problem. Give me the Lions here, 28-14.
Yeah, the Lions lost last week to the Eagles, and I think they're going to want to bounce back, and they're going to bounce back with a great win here at home. Give me the Lions 41-17 in a blowout win.
But now on to our next game. We got the Steelers. We got the Bears. The Bears coming off a big win against the Vikings as they take on the Steelers. The Bears are 7-3. The Steelers are 6-4, and this should be a good one. Yeah, Steelers coming off that win against the Bengals as well. But Aaron Rodgers is out for this game, and what are we gonna see? I want to say Bears should take it. They're the better team, but something tells me, Bears are playing pretty good. This is usually when the Bears lose. When they're winning all these games, this is when the Bears find a way to lose, and the Steelers do find a way to get wins against good teams, and I think they find a way to get it done. I think the Steelers play them pretty good as well. I think we see a Mason Rudolph coming out game. Yeah, it's not like he's going to be like this all season, but I think he goes off against the Bears, having a good game. Steelers defense shows up, and I think they get it done as they pull ahead, and the Steelers take this one 34-20.
Pittsburgh's that team that is very well-rounded and can beat you a number of ways. But no Aaron Rodgers, and now we got Mason Rudolph going. And Chicago is been on a run and one of the best teams, surprisingly, one of the best teams in the league behind this Ben Johnson guy. And it's pretty exciting to see. I'm going to take Chicago at home here. I'm going to take the Bears 27 to Pittsburgh's 23.
Yeah, with Aaron Rodgers' health being in question here. We don't know if he's out officially or if he's gonna play, but it doesn't matter. I'm taking the Bears. The Bears have proven me wrong a lot this season. It's hard to pick the Bears just because the Bears typically always lose in embarrassing fashion, but I think they're actually pretty decent this year. I like what Ben Johnson has done to turn this franchise around, and I think they're going in the right direction. And give me the Bears to move on to 8-3 on the season. I think they get a great home win here. Yeah, give me the Bears 24-14.
The Bears. But anyway, on to the next game. We got the New England Patriots 9-2. And you gotta say they're tied for the best record in the league right now. And they're not stopping anytime soon. They take on the Cincinnati Bengals and
on to Cincinnati.
Yeah, they're on to Cincinnati. But they're doing much better than that other time where Bill Belichick said we're on to Cincinnati. But anyway, 9-2, Bengals 3-7. It should be an easy win, and that defense is terrible, and I think we see great numbers by Drake May. However, next few weeks are going to be more tough for the Pats, but I think we get another easy win here, and I think Drake May goes off once again as they get it against this Bengals terrible defense, putting up, I think Pats are going to reach above the 40 point this week, and I think Patriots are going to take it 45 to the Bengals. I'll give them 24.
How much would I love that?
Yeah.
New England, obviously, one of the sweetest teams in the league, and humming like the best of them. If not the best, in my opinion. Going into Cincinnati to fight in the jungle against a team that stinks. Joe Burrow, there's like the slightest chance, or is it probably like the week after, I think, right?
No, I think if Burrow's back, that changes like my whole prediction. But yeah, hopefully he's not for Pat's sake.
And no Chase. Chase is out.
Yeah, Chase is suspended, so that doesn't help. Yeah.
He can't keep his saliva in his mouth, so they knocked him out for the game. New England all the way, on the road, don't matter. Drake May is a beast. I'm going to take the Pats here, 37, Cincinnati, 17.
Yeah, it's going to be an easy win for the Pats. Give me the Patriots 53-23.
I love it. But anyway,
53-23, love it.
We are on to our 4 o'clock games. And our 4 o'clock games, it's really only one game that sticks out this week in our 4 o'clock games. But first off, this is not the game. We got the Browns. We got the Raiders. And this
is a big game, like monumental wise, obviously.
Yeah. So both teams not playing pretty good. But
we got Shedeur Sanders aspect.
But yeah, we got Shedeur Sanders starting, and then obviously you got the Raiders and Geno Smith that looked terrible against what's supposed to be one of the worst defenses in the league. So that just shows you how bad Geno Smith and this Raiders offense is. But anyway, I think it's just going to continue. Browns defense is going to show up. Browns have a much better defense. I don't think we see the Raiders doing much. However, on the Browns offense, Shedeur Sanders is starting. I don't think he shows up a ton either. I think he has a few good plays, but I think it's going to be a defensive game. We really don't see much. Possibly a 3-0 game at halftime. And I think the Browns take this one in a boring game, 17-6 over the Raiders.
The Raiders, their D isn't horrible. And this game really is all about the headline of Shedeur. For a start. He did play for half the game last week, and surprisingly, I guess he's got all of the Cleveland coaching staff and front office against him for some reason, and he never had any first-team reps. So he was throwing to guys he never threw to before. But hopefully after a week of playing together with these guys, he could figure something out. He seems like a talented dude. I'm rooting for him. I love the underdog story. And I hope he shows up, and I hope that this is the beginning of something special. I'm hoping we see a lot of Shador to Jerry Jeudy, which I think has the potential to be magical if they can find that zone there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I think they somehow get a win. Give me the Browns 23-20.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns in this one, and I think it's going to be an easy win for the Browns. I think Shador is going to show up. He took a lot of pride in losing that game. He sat on the bench. He wants to get a win. He knows that if he wants a chance to take over that role, he needs a win here, and I think he's going to get this win. I think Shador is going to make the headlines even stronger come Monday morning, where people are going to be talking, should Shador be the starting quarterback after they win this game? And I think they are going to win this game. So give me the Browns 20-9.
But now on to our next 4 o'clock game. Another not as exciting game. We got the Jaguars as they take on the Cardinals. Yeah, this game, Jacoby Brissett comes into this game with the completion record. They still lost to the Niners pretty badly. The Jaguars coming off a big win against the Chargers. Possible upset here for the Cardinals? I don't know. Yeah, we could see that. Jaguars got a big win. You could trap game against the Cardinals. Cardinals get it done. But I do feel like the Jaguars, they're too good of a team to lose to this Cardinals team. And they're not amazing, but I think the Jaguars are the better team here. However, Cardinals are going to play them tough. They're going to play them tough. And when it comes down to it, I think it's just going to come down to the defense. Whatever defense is bad, of course, it's the Jaguars. And I think the Jaguars are going to wind up taking it. It'll be a close one. And I think we see some points as well, but end of the day, defense able to play better against this Cardinals offense, and this Cardinals offense is pretty bad. So, yeah, I think Jaguars take it, and they go off 33 to Cardinals 26.
Arizona's offense isn't that great, but I gotta say I like them a lot better with Jacoby Brissett. Than I did with Kyler Murray, and I never would have thought I would be saying a statement like that, but here I am. The Arizona Cardinals, I'm going to be rooting for them, but I'm not going to be stupid and not be realistic. I like Jacksonville here because I think they're the better team, and I think they get it done on the road, 34-27.
Yeah, this game is giving a trap game after last week. The Jags, they blew out the Chargers 35-6. People are like, what the heck?
Yeah.
The Jags are great, but then I feel like this week we could see them in a low-scoring game, a competitive back-and-forth game maybe. So I think that's what we're going to get here. After they just blew out the Chargers, people are thinking they're this great team. I think they're going to really, really struggle with the Cardinals. I do think they win, but I think they are going to struggle, like Ben said. So give me the Jags 16-10.
But now on to another great game of the week. This is by far the best game in the 4 o'clock window, and it's going to be a good game. We got the Dallas Cowboys as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, they've been pretty good as of late, winning 4 in a row, though those wins have been pretty ugly. Especially the Packers game, the Lions game. Yeah, it's been defensive wins, the defense hasn't even been playing perfect. It's just their offense has been looking pretty bad. For the Cowboys, a great win against the Raiders last week on Monday Night Football, and are they gonna continue that momentum into this game? It is the Raiders, so there's that. But I think the Cowboys, as they did in Week 1, they're gonna play the Eagles tough, and I think possibly win for a low-scoring-ish game till the fourth quarter. But it's going to come down to how this Cowboys offense plays against this Eagles defense, and then we'll see if this Eagles offense is able to perform well against one of the worst defenses in the league. Yes, they got Quinn Williams and some other additions, but they're still a bottom defense. But yeah, how this offense has been playing, that this Cowboys defense may look great, so who knows. But anyway, I think it's going to be a close one that comes down towards the end, but I think the Eagles are going to find a way to pull it out, as they usually do, as they're able to hold off the Cowboys in a close one. Cowboys play them tough. But the Eagles get it done 27-25, as the Cowboys make a comeback, try to go for 2 to tie it, but they do not get it, and the Eagles win in Eagles fashion.
Yeah, the Eagles are good, but to be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of everyone blowing their horn so loud. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Eagles. I just, I want to see them start losing, and I hope Dallas is able to get that done this week.
Yeah, I hope so too.
So I'm gonna make the bold call. Yeah, obviously Philly's the favorite here, but I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. And I think we're gonna get a little bit more of the Cowboys we got to start the season with that high-powered offense. Somehow they find a way to get by Philly's high-powered D. And Philly plays them tough, but I'm going to take Dallas on top here with a big George Pickens game. 44-37.
44.
In the game of the week.
Damn. All right, Kevin.
The Eagles' defense as of late, they held the Lions to 9 points, and they held the Packers to 7 points. I don't know if we're going to put up 30 points in this one. Dak Prescott is 21-2 against the NFC East in his entire career. He's only lost 2 games.
That's pretty good.
So this game is pulling me towards the Cowboys. I want to take the Cowboys. I think we could split it, but just knowing our season, how it's gone, the defense is too vulnerable. I just am not fully confident enough, even though I think we 100%, not 100%, but I think we have a 50-50 shot to win this game. So I'm going to be taking the Eagles just because I don't want to pick my team. Maybe that's bad luck. So I'm going to take the Eagles 23-20, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game because the Eagles' defense has been playing great as of late.
All right, but on to our final 4 o'clock game, as we got Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons now starting the rest of the season. Yes, he's still on that roster, as they take on the New Orleans Saints and Tyler Sluck, whatever his name is. And this game's not going to be that much. Maybe we actually see some points, but I actually think with Drake London out, Penix obviously out, I think it's going to be a good game for the Saints. And the Saints may have probably their best game all season, as they dominate over the Falcons. And I think they get it done 30-7.
I agree. With no Drake London here, I mean, obviously they still have, what's his name, the running back?
Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, Bijan, and he's pretty studly. But without Drake London leading the way, everyone's saying Mooney is the next man up. And he has shown some flashes of brilliance in the past, but not so much this season. I'm gonna go with the Saints here at home, in probably an ugly game, but nonetheless a win for New Orleans, 17-7 over the Falcons.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a pretty boring game. The Falcons have struggled even with Penix at the quarterback position, so I don't think that really is going to be too much of a factor. But I think Bijan Robinson is going to get it done by himself in this one. I think he's going to have an incredible game, potentially maybe player of the week type of game. Give me the Falcons in this one. I'm going to say 28-27. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. Tyler Shuck, he's been pretty solid at the quarterback position. Give me the Falcons in this one.
All right, but on to now our Sunday night game. We're in for a doozy. We got the Bucks, we got the Rams, and it's gonna be a good game. Obviously, the Rams 8-2, top of the NFC. The Bucks, pretty good season as well, top of their division, and also I guess we could say it's a Baker Mayfield revenge game. He was there for like 5 games, but
a minute, yeah.
But anyway, I do think Baker's gonna show up in this one, and we're in for a good game. I think. Yes, these two teams have played so many times in recent history. Of course, when Brady was there, the Rams were like the number 1 team that they played against, having some good games there. But of course, the Rams beat them in the playoffs. It was 2023, I believe. Maybe it was 22. One of those years. But anyway, I think it's going to be the Bucs who get it done tonight. I think we see a big in that game. I think we see a big game from Baker Mayfield. And the Rams are going to put up a pretty great game, too, in the potential game of the week. But the Bucs are going to take it in overtime, 38-34. Rams make a mistake of going for the field goal. First drive of overtime, Bucs go and get the win. It would be 38-34 Bucs. Yeah.
Nice, that would be a good game. Yeah, primetime games this week are good ones, which makes me happy. This is another example of a team that I'm going to be rooting for, but I think the other team's probably realistically going to be the winner. I'm going to go with the Rams at home. They're one of the best teams in the league, and they are finding a way to get it done. But I do think it'll be a slugfest, and I think it'll be a good one, and I think it will come down right to the end. Give me the Rams 37-33 over the Bucs.
All right.
This is going to be a very competitive matchup. The Bucs have lost their last 2 against the Patriots and the Bills, so they've been losing to great teams, and now they play the Rams. I think the Buccaneers' season is going to start collapsing, or the collapse continues. I think they lose 3 straight, and I think it's going to be a very competitive game. I think it's going to be come down to a field goal for the Rams to win it. So give me the Rams 31-28, and yet again another Buccaneers loss.
Alright, but we're now on to our Monday night game. And Dad, do you want to get us started off with our Monday night prediction?
I'd be delighted. Carolina playing tough. San Francisco, also one of the better teams. Could go either way. Give me the 49ers at home in this one. 23-17.
Alright, 23-17. Yeah, the Niners are going to be playing the Panthers tough. And the Panthers on roll as of late. Of course, they did lose that game to the Saints, but a big win against the Falcons. Falcons. Who knows what's going to happen to the Falcons now. But, the Panthers are going to play them tough. But the Niners, I just feel like, are going to find a way, especially with Brock Purdy back, to beat this Panthers team. And it's going to be a Christian McCaffrey revenge game. I don't think it's going to be a ton of points, but I think the 49ers get it done. Christian McCaffrey goes off, and I think they get it done 24-18.
Hey!
And I believe you did not one-up me this week.
No, I did. I just did it subtly. I did the Jacksonville, Arizona game.
You did. Okay, I did not realize.
34-27. I just didn't make a stink. I just snuck it in there.
Okay. Okay.
So, touche.
Thought I got away with it this week. All right, Kevin, what do you got?
I think this is going to be a pretty good game. With the Buccaneers losing, the Panthers are right there to be taking that division, and I think they don't have a good matchup here. I think the 49ers are a hard team to beat at home. So give me the 49ers in this one, 28-20.
All right, but we're now on. We got one more game for you this week, as we have the Profs. They take on Ithaca, also another college I looked at, and I don't know much about this Ithaca team, but I'm going with the Profs here, and it should be an easy win for the Profs. I think they get it done. I don't know how easy it will be, but I think the Profs are going to get it done in this one with an easy win. I'm going to say Profs 42 to the to Ithaca 20.
I don't know a lot about Ithaca. I went to school in Syracuse. Ithaca was an hour away, and my high school girlfriend went there, and we didn't make it. So I'm going to vote against Ithaca on that point alone. And obviously, I'm all about the Profs. Big win, just like they did last week in their bowl game. You ready for this?
Yep.
103 to 14.
103. Okay.
Realistic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, give me the Profs in this one to win their bowl game. They have had a great season. Give me the Profs 34 to 21.
All right, but before we go, let's predict who do you think's going to be the player of the week? Who's going to go off the most? Dad, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I'm going to harken back to what I said before. I know they're playing a tough D, but for some reason, a little bit of a gut feeling here. Give me George Pickens against the Eagles.
All right, Kevin.
That's a good one to ask, but that Chiefs and Colts game, I feel like Jonathan Taylor might win for like 300 yards. But yeah, give me Jonathan Taylor actually.
Yeah, you know what? Give me.
The way playing, man, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, give me against that Bengals defense. I think he's gonna run all over them. Give me Travion Henderson going off against that Bengals defense. I think he scores 4 touchdowns in this one, and big key to this Pats victory. Give me Travion Henderson.
Stevenson might be back though, they say.
Oh. Well, still give me Travion Henderson. That would be bad timing, but yeah.
All right.
That would be really bad timing.
I think if he hasn't proved himself, I don't know when he will. So hopefully they stick with him.
Yeah. And
Stevenson, just the backup.
Yeah. And before we go, just thinking about where we are in the season, it's just impossible to predict, but let's just give it a shot. Who's winning the Super Bowl this year? Dad, you want to go first?
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
I do. This is our year, baby, and I think it's gonna be New England versus the Rams.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a rematch of Tom Brady's first Super Bowl, and I think that's great if my memory serves. And I think
correct.
I think the Patriots win it, and like somewhere in the 27 to 24 range. And we're back in the glory mode.
Yeah. Kevin?
Even though they're not in the playoffs right now, I'm still got to go with the Chiefs just because they turn it up in the playoffs and they're so hard to beat in January and February. Even if they're if everyone thinks they're a bad team, that team just knows how to win the big games and they know how to turn into a Super Bowl contender. I don't know, it's weird. They just flip a switch and they're suddenly the best team, even though the regular season they might not look like it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Chiefs, even though they're not even in the playoff picture right now.
I want to say the Patriots so bad, but it's gonna be tough for them, for the Chiefs to get by. For the Pats to get by the Chiefs. The Bills, maybe they could get by, but you know what? I think they do it. Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel.
That's my boy.
I feel like he's beat the Chiefs before. I don't know. He finds a way to beat the impossible teams. You saw how he did it against the Patriots in 2020. I think he does it against the Chiefs this time. He's had many playoff games against the Chiefs. You know what? I'm going Patriots over the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Going to the Super Bowl to win it against the Rams.
Nice.
But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. Of course, comment your weekly predictions and your Super Bowl pick. The season would end today. In the comments below, we'd like to hear what you have to say. But for now, this is it for today. I'm Ben Silk.
I'm Josh Silk.
And I'm Kevin.
And we'll see you next time.